Do you still need life insurance in retirement? Big decision, right? Here are 7 things to think about to decide that for yourself. Number 1, do you still have a mortgage? If you do, it might be a no-brainer. If you're still going to be owing money on your house in retirement, it might be a good idea to keep that life insurance. You never know. You never know when your time is up. If you have a spouse, if you have children, if you have grandchildren, these are all things to think about. But one of the main ones is, if your house is not paid off yet, you might want to consider having life insurance in retirement. Number 2, how big is your nest egg? Now, for a lot of people that subscribe to this channel, which is about moderate income, their nest egg might not be that big. If you've got a couple $1,000,000 in the bank, you might not need life insurance, right? If you're gone, when you're gone, you might have enough money to cover everything for your spouse, for your kids. So a big part of that depends on the size of the nest egg that you will have at retirement. And again, for those of moderate income, like a lot of people on this channel, if anyone is interested that's watching this and is looking for ways to get to retirement and through retirement with moderate income, think about subscribing. And also please like this video. If you like it, of course. If you don't, toss it. Throw the phone down and start cursing at it. That's all right. Hey, I'm not for everyone. Number 3, how relevant to your income is your pension? If you have a pension, is your pension a huge part of the income that you and your spouse rely on? Is that going to be the biggest part, save your nest egg? If it is, might be good to either keep that life insurance you have or get life insurance when you're retired. Now, the older you get, the higher those life insurance premiums are, right? Because they know you've only got a certain amount left to live. If you get them when you're 30 years old, your premium's not going to be that bad. But if you're waiting until you're in retirement to get a life insurance policy, it might be pretty hefty. But if your pension is a huge part of your overall nest egg, might be good to think about that. Number 4, do you want to leave assets to your children if you're only on a moderate, retirement nest egg? Might be good to keep that life insurance. Let's say you want to give your house to one of the kids. Let's say the other kid, well, that could be what the life insurance policy is for, right? Depending on how much is there. I mean, they could always figure it out, half and half, whatever. But if you want to leave assets to your children and your nest egg is not that big, might be a good idea to have the life insurance, right? Number 5, do you have a favorite charity that you'd like that money to go to after you pass away? And again, if your nest egg is not huge, if you got $5 million, hey, you're probably not going to need this life insurance thing, right? You can leave whatever money you want to the charity of your choice after you're gone. But if not, and you have a favorite charity, might be a good idea to keep that. Hey, they could, if it's a small charity, they could name a certain thing after you. This is blah, 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 blah. This is his book that he left for us, along with his endowment, right? That doesn't help, or that doesn't hurt. Some of these life insurance benefits, this is number 6, have what are called accelerated death benefits. These are actual policies that if you need what is termed extreme medical care, if you come down with cancer and have to pay for the, expensive treatment to go along with cancer, you can tap into these policies that have accelerated death benefits. If you have to go into a nursing home, some of these policies will allow you to get into that policy before you die to access some of those funds for your nursing home care. Now, I don't know about you guys, I have not planned well for nursing care. If you're one of those people like myself, and hopefully in the very near future, I will start taking that into the account of my retirement. But if you haven't, if you have an accelerated death benefits life insurance policy, that could be your answer right there, right? Think about it. The seventh one I have for you, and the last one, is if you have grandchildren, and let's say you want to pay for their schooling later in life, or maybe they're old enough they're ready for college. Because again, guys, you don't know when you're going to pass away, right? You never know. So life insurance could be used to help pay or to pay in full your grandchildren's schooling. Think about what a legacy that would be, down the road. Oh yeah, my grandfather helped or totally paid for my schooling. Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, these are 7 different things you can think about. Do you need life insurance? Do you not? There's a lot of different things that can depend on that. Now, keeping a life insurance policy, depending on the policy, depending on when you got it, can be very expensive, So, do you really need it? Something you got to think about. Let me say to my current subscribers, guys, keep those comments and everything coming in. We're doing great. All these ideas are going back and forth, back and forth. And like I've said in some of my videos before, I am still looking for a place that we can go off YouTube to get more in depth with a lot of these things that we're talking about. There's Discord servers, there's Facebook groups. I'm still looking into that because when I decide on something, I want to make sure it's right for me and also for you. So I'm not rushing into this, but that is still going to happen in the very near future because I feel that we bring up a lot of good comments on these videos. Great comments. But I'd like to have a place where we can get more in depth on those comments, where we can have a platform that we can just kind of talk it out back and forth instead of just the comments on YouTube videos. This would also be a platform where I could give you much more information on what I've found out in retirement and also expand on some of these topics that I've been talking on in the videos. So that is still a work in process, and I'll get to that as soon as I can, and I'm still working on it. But again, it's got to be right for both of us because I'm retired. Whoa, here we go. Can you guys hear that? Every couple of weeks we have jets coming over. Fighter jets. Oh, you can't see it. Anyway, back to the offsite. I want it to be good for both of us, to work for both of us. I don't want to have to put a huge amount of time into it because, again, I'm retired. But when I find that, and it will be pretty soon, I will let you guys know in the community tab and also in a video that it's there and it's ready for you guys to go to. Okay? So anyway, that's what I got for you now, guys. And remember, take all this stuff into account, process it. Take out the bad, bring in the good, and we got this.